Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Homage to our most venerable teacher Bhante, our Kalyana Mitta Guru Devottama Pinotlaku Swamin Wahanse. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. With the blessings of the Noble Triple Gem Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, we are meeting again in the new year 2022. May the Buddha bless you for your well-being, happiness and protection. Venerable Bhantes in the Asapur and dear Dhamma friends, we were talking about our supremely enlightened Buddha. The theory is that the Buddha was enlightened and he was spreading his teachings in the world for the benefit of devas and humans. Last time, we were talking about Urvela Kassapa, Nadi Kassapa and Gaya Kassapa. Did you remember? Altogether 1,000 Bhantes. Now they became Arahant listening to the Desana. Do you remember the name of the discourse they listened? The Buddha gave? Subodha. Do you remember the name of the sutta?
Can Sanchi repeat the question again?
Do you remember the name of the sutta they listened? Urvela Kassapa, Nadi Kassapa, Gaya Kassapa?
No, Sanchi, I remember.
It's all about burning because they were the people who did fire sacrifices for their liberation. But the Buddha gave a Dhamma talk on fire. The name of that sutta. Anybody? Hiro, yes.
So it's about the ear is burning, eye is burning, mouth is burning, nose is burning.
Yes, Pute. The name of the sutta.
Aditya.
Aditya Pariyaya. Yes, Aditya is burning. So today, it's a nice story we have about King Bimbisara. So, the Urvela Kassapa was tamed by the Supreme Buddha, showing 300 and 500 psychic potencies. Remember? And Nadi Kassapa, all of a sudden, with 300 people, he came to his brother Urvela Kassapa without asking anything. Is it better, my brother? Rather than the practice you did before, he said yes. So they became the disciple of the Buddha. And Nadi Kassapa, with 200 people, they came and they became the disciples of the Buddha. They listened to the Dhamma. Altogether 1,000 monks with Urvela Kassapa, Nadi Kassapa, Gaya Kassapa, they became Arahant. Now they are living in Rajagaha. Rajagaha is a city. Rajagaha, the king of that area was Bimbisara. Now the Bimbisara, King Bimbisara meets the Supreme Buddha, listens to the Dhamma, and he becomes Sotapanna with the people. That's the episode that we are going to talk about today. So to come to our slide, I'll show you the beautiful movie, the part of that movie about King Bimbisara, like this. It's a beautiful movie.
I made 5 wishes. 1. May I be crowned king of the Magadha state. 2. May the Buddha come to my land. 3. May I have an audience with the Buddha. 4. may the Buddha teach me the Dhamma. And 5, may I realize his teachings. It seems that all of my wishes are about to be fulfilled. Follow me. We're going to seek out the Buddha and ask for his teaching.
Dana, or giving, has forgiveness as its highest form. If one develops giving along with forgiveness, one becomes gentle and restrained, and one's heart becomes cool. This is because one has to let go of one's attachment to material things and to one's sense of self.
And now, all of my wishes have been fulfilled. Oh yes, your teaching fills me with the greatest joy. Please, may I invite the Lord Buddha and all of the bhikkhus to have a meal in my palace tomorrow morning. The Lativana Park where you're staying is far from the city. It is not convenient for the faithful lay people to visit. Please, may I offer the Velveno Park to you. The Velveno Park is cool, shady, and very large, not far from the city, but still quiet and peaceful. Please, give me your permission to build a monastery for you here.
Oh, this is the great Velveno Monastery. A solid foundation for Buddhism has now been laid. Since I, Asaji, left the Buddha at the deer park in Isapatana in order to go and spread his teachings, I've not met with him at all.
Okay, that was the part that the King Bimbisara offered Velveno Monastery to the Supreme Buddha. So we will come to the slides that I can share with you today, like this. King Bimbisara, homage to the Buddha. So the first chance goes to Duin Putta to read about King Bimbisara reveals a secret. If you remember the information we saw on the movie, the same thing that I share with you today.
Amazons. After staying at Gaya Sisa for as long as he liked, the Buddha set out wandering toward Rajagaha with a large sangha of 1,000 monks, all of them previously dreadlocked ascetics.
Sadhu, sadhu. 1,000 monks, Uruvela Kassapa, Nadi Kassapa, Gaya Kassapa, all together. So they were dreadlocked ascetics before. Now they are Arahant monks. They are coming to Isipatana, not Isipatana, Rajagaha is the city, Rajagaha. The Velveno is the monastery that the King Bimbisara offers. Savish and Shivan, your chance is next. This is King Bimbisara coming to the Supreme Buddha.
King Sinaya Bimbisara of Magadha was told, Sir, the ascetic Gautama, the Sakyan, who has gone forth from the Sakyan clan, has arrived at Rajagaha and is staying in the cane grove at Supatita shrine. That good Gautama has a fine reputation.
Yes. So Seniya Bimbisara, Seniya is like his he's like a soldier. Huh? He's like he's a brave person. Bimbisara is the name of that king. That was a king. Bimbisara is actually the Ajasatta's father, right? You remember. Magadha is the territory they have, the province, the kingdom, Magadha in India. So the Buddha was coming to Magadha, and then the Bimbisara was looking forward to meet the Supreme Buddha. Erin Dias.
Yes, Swami Manse. He is a Buddha, perfected and fully awakened, complete in insight and conduct, happy knower of the world, supreme leader of trainable people, teacher of gods and humans, awakened, a Buddha. With his own insight, he has seen the world with its gods, its lords of death, and its supreme beings. This society with its monastics and Brahmins, its gods and humans, and he makes it known to others.
That's how the King Bimbisara was thinking about the Supreme Buddha. Already he knows, the King Bimbisara, he knows the qualities of the Supreme Buddha. The Buddha is enlightened, he is the teacher for devas and humans, everything he knows. And then the good name of the Supreme Buddha was spreading all over the country. He was a lucky person, right? King Bimbisara. And then this is something I give to Subodha to read.
I'm a pretty short answer. He has a teaching that's good in the beginning, good in the middle, and good in the end. It has a true goal and is well articulated. He sets out a perfectly complete and pure spiritual life. It's good to see such perfected ones.
Sadhu,
Om
sadhu.
Krishna.
Who was thinking like that, Subodha?
The King Bimbisara.
Very good. King Bimbisara was really excited to see the Supreme Buddha because that name was really, really amazing. Dimal, your chance is next. Now, you see the Buddha was coming with the Sangha and King Bimbisara was kneeling down before the Supreme Buddha. That was a wonderful picture, actually.
Then, accompanied by 120,000 Brahmin householders from Magadha, King Bimbisara went to the Buddha, bowed and sat down. Among those Brahmin householders, some bowed to the Buddha and then sat down. Some exchanged conversations with him and then sat down. Some raised their joined palms and then sat down. Some announced their name and family and then sat down, and some sat down in silence.
Sadhu, sadhu. This is a nice thing, right? And he says his name and he introduced himself. He was so happy that the Buddha was coming. Buddha came to his kingdom. Well, how do you feel that the Buddha was coming to your kingdom, to your city? Are you happy? You're excited to offer some dana?
I feel very happy.
Absolutely. Senon and Chamudi, Senon's chance maybe.
And they thought, is the great ascetic practicing the spiritual life under Uruvela Kassapa, or is Uruvela Kassapa practicing the spiritual life under the great ascetic?
Sadhu, sadhu. So the Buddha came with that Uruvela Kassapa and then the people, the Arahant monks. Now, King Bimbisara was curious about Uruvela Kassapa was, and then the people. Uruvela Kassapa was an ascetic who did some fire sacrifices for the liberation. Now, who is the teacher? The people were thinking, who is the teacher? The Buddha or the Uruvela Kassapa? Because Uruvela Kassapa also had a very big name all over the country, that he had a kind of psychic potencies too. Now, who is the teacher? The people were curious about that. We'll see what happens next. Chamudi.
After reading the minds of those Brahmin householders, the Buddha spoke to Venerable Uruvela Kassapa in verse.
Sadhu, sadhu. Uruvela Kassapa says this. Chandil.
In my smart answer, the residents of Uruvela, you matted hair ascetic who advised others. What did he see that he abandoned the fire? Kassapa, I ask you this question. Why do you abandon the fire worship?
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Who asked this question? Who, the people or the Buddha? Huh? The residents of Uruvela, you mattered here ascetic who advised others. What did he see that he abandoned the fire? Why did you let go of that work? Kassapa, I ask you this question. Why did you abandon the fire worship? Who asked this actually? Remember? Huh? The Buddha spoke to Venerable Uruvela Kassapa in verse. So the Buddha questions. Why the Buddha doesn't know about that? Velveno. Uruvela Kassapa Arahan Bhante replies.
As a reward for the sacrifice, they promise sense pleasures, sights, sounds, and taste, and women too. But knowing the stain in ownership, I found no delight in worship and sacrifice.
Sadhu, sadhu. See the beautiful answer of Maharatan Mahanse. As a reward for the sacrifice, they promise sense pleasures, even though they are doing some rituals, they are doing many things to understand the Dhamma. No, they are still enjoying the sights, sounds, taste. They say women too, but knowing the stain of worship, that doesn't make any sense. Like doing that kind of a thing, not for the liberation. I found no delight in worshipping the sacrifice. The Arahant Bhante's reply was so beautiful. Minupa, the Buddha's question again.
My answer. So your mind didn't delight there, in sights and sounds, and in tastes too. What then, in the world of gods and humans, does your mind delight in? Tell me this, Kassapa.
So Buddha's question is beautiful, right? Do you know how do you understand this question?
Sansa, I think, like, does Arhan Kassapa think that, like, sounds and taste, like, do they make your mind happy?
Yes. See, the Arahant Kassapa replies, Dinu.
I saw the state of peace that is detached from sense existence, where there is nothing or no ownership. It doesn't change and can't be found through another. That's why I found no delight in worship and sacrifice.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Linda, how do you explain the answer of this Venerable Arahant Bhante Uruvela Kassapa?
So, after listening to Supreme Buddha's teachings, Venerable Uruvela Kassapa, he found that the Buddha's teachings is like for us to detach from these sensual pleasures. Uruvela Kassapa understood at that time that no other teachings have these qualities of detachment. And it is only found in Buddha's teachings, and really nothing it is there to be
sacrificed.
Delight in. Yes, can be satisfied, can be delighted in.
Yeah, yes. So that was, the Buddha's teaching is just for the complete destruction of suffering, right? Not by doing fire sacrifices. That's why they came to the Dhamma. Yes, Linda, you're reading next, the Buddha and Uruvela Kashyapa. Actually, it's a beautiful picture. When Uruvela Kashyapa was getting his ordination.
Yes, Bhante. And Uruvela Kashyapa got up from his seat, put his upper robe over one shoulder, bowed down with his head at the Buddha's feet, and said, "Venerable Sir, you are my teacher. I am your disciple. You are my teacher. I am your disciple." Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
So the people with the King Bimbisara, they were maybe excited to listen to the conversation between the Supreme Buddha and Uruvela Kashyapa Arahant Bhante. At the end, Uruvela Kashyapa Arahant Bhante says something really wonderful. What does he say? "Venerable Sir, you are my teacher. I am your disciple. You are my teacher. I am your disciple." If you can say that the Buddha is my teacher, I am the disciple, that would be wonderful. That's what everyone should say, actually.
Avasarai Bhante. I remember Bhante taught us about this in Pali also.
How do you, yeah, if you remember, you can say that.
Yes, can I please, Bhante?
Yeah, please, please.
Sattha me Bhante Bhagava Savako Hamasmin. Sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu. Sattha me Bhagava Savako Hamasmi. Sattha is the teacher. Me Bhagava is the Blessed One. The Blessed One is my teacher. Savako Hamasmi. Hamasmi is me. Savako is the disciple. Savako Hamasmi. Sadhu, sadhu. It's beautiful memory. Sandesh.
Reading their minds, the Buddha gave them a progressive teaching. Talk on generosity, talk on virtue, talk on rebirth in heaven, talk on suffering of sensual pleasure, talk on the filth of a life with defilement, and talk on the benefit of renunciation.
Sadhu, sadhu. Sandesh, my next question is for you. What is this called? This type of teaching is called in Pali? Hiru? Subodha?
Is it Salakantiya Swaminanta?
Again?
Is it Salakantiya Swaminanta?
Yeah, you're close.
Samukhansika.
Samukhansika Desana. Samukhansika Desana. Good children. Good memory. King Bimbisara is again. I got your chance.
King Bimbisara had seen the truth, had reached, understood, and penetrated. He had gone beyond doubt and uncertainty, had attained to confidence, and had become independent of others in the teacher's instruction.
Sadhu, sadhu. What is it actually? King Bimbisara? How did he did this, like, understood and penetrated it?
So he attained certain level of first stage of enlightenment, maybe.
Yes, that is what he did. Sotapanna. He became Sotapanna, stream entrant. Not only King Bimbisara. How many people actually did you remember?
1,000 people.
1,000 what? No, not 1,000.
1,500?
Not that.
1,003?
No.
100,000? 100,000?
100,000 crores?
1 million.
Not million. Let me see. That was here.
120,000, I think, Bhante.
Yes. 100 and, how do you say? 120,000.
120,000.
120,000 people is not a simple number. They became Arahant, they became Sotapanna, everybody. Everybody. It's not a simple number, huh? Small number. Yes. Dinara. This is King Bimbisara. If you remember the movie, the part of that movie, King Bimbisara had 5 kinds of things that he was really, really interested in. 5 or 4? 5 wishes in his life. He explains it to the Supreme Buddha.
My son answered. He then said to the Buddha, Venerable Sir, when I was a prince, I had 5 wishes and they have now been fulfilled. When I was a prince, I thought, oh, I wish they would anoint me as the king. That was my first wish, which has now been fulfilled.
Sadhu, sadhu. So how many wishes did he have in his life? 5. One of them, the first one was, he wished to become the king of the kingdom. That's like for his life, like for his very life, for the lay life. But other 4 are only for the spiritual life. To become a king is a general thing, mundane thing, but the other things we see. Do you remember the first one of the King Bimbisara had in his mind? He wished to become the king of the kingdom. Tuini, the second wish of the King Bimbisara.
My final answer. May one who is perfected and fully awakened come to my kingdom. That was my second wish, which is now being fulfilled.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. See, no, he doesn't know about Dhamma, King Bimbisara, before, but still he has this idea, oh, the Blessed One, if the Blessed One can come to my kingdom, that was something that I am really happy. That was my second wish in my life, he says. May one who is perfected and fully awakened, that means the Buddha, to come to my kingdom. Tinuli and Tuini, your sister is to read the next. The third wish of King Bimbisara.
May I get to visit that Buddha. That was my third wish, which has now been fulfilled.
Sadhu, sadhu. He's really so happy, right? That he wished that if the Buddha can come to my kingdom, that's amazing. Even though he has this, still he has this wish to, I need to meet the Supreme Buddha. Even if he comes to the kingdom, it's not my idea that I should meet. This is the third one or fourth one?
Third one's unanswered.
Third one. Kamit, we'll see the fourth one then.
May that Buddha give me a teaching. That was my fourth wish, which has now been fulfilled.
Yes, I like to listen to the Supreme Buddha's teachings. The Buddha should come to my kingdom. I should meet the Supreme Buddha, and then I like to listen to the Supreme Buddha. That was my fourth wish. Dehan, we'll see the fifth one.
May I understand the teaching of that Buddha. That was my fifth wish, which has now been fulfilled.
Good reading. Do you remember all these 5 wishes of King Bimbisara? Now, very, very beautiful. Number 1, I question. Hiru.
May I be the king of Magadha.
Yes. Number 2, Hiru. Dinara.
May the Buddha visit my kingdom.
Yes. The third, Dinu.
Sansa, may I meet the Buddha?
Number 4, Duwin. Kemet.
May I get to listen to them?
Number 5, Savisha.
May I realize that Dhamma?
I realized that these are the 5 wishes that King Bimbisara had. From all these 5, 4 things are super spiritual. One thing is for the mundane life, right? Even though that lay person as a king. Think about the kingdom he ruled then as a person who understood this Dhamma. Think about the country in the Buddha's time. Think about the people. They were so fortunate to have a king like that who understood Dhamma. But even though he died, unfortunately, right?
Why did he die?
But that was a crime by his son. You don't know about that? Ajasa.
Oh.
Okay, here your chance is next.
Wonderful, sir, wonderful. Just as one might set upright what had been overturned, or reveal what was hidden, or show the way to one who was lost, or bring a lamp into the darkness, so that one with eyes might see what's there. Just so has the Buddha made the teaching clear in many ways. I take refuge in the Buddha, in the teaching, and in the Sangha of monks. Sadhu.
How many people? Went for refuge to the Supreme Buddha with King Bimbisara? Hiru.
So
120,000 people.
1001.
120,000. Yes, Mewan, your chance.
My answer. Please accept me as a lay follower who has gone for refuge for life, and please accept tomorrow's meal from me together with the Sangha of monks. The Buddha consented by remaining silent. Knowing that the Buddha had consented, the king got up from his seat, bowed down, circumambulated the Buddha with his right side toward him, and left.
So he was happy. He invited the Supreme Buddha. So what is this word actually? Hiru, circumambulated. Circumambulated.
Circumambulated. And that means King Bimbisara went around the Buddha 3 times.
3 times, like keeping his right hand to the Supreme Buddha. We say pradakshina. Pradakshina karanawa in Sinhala. Or padakunu, like when you come to the stupa, when you come to worship the stupa, maybe to offer some light or flowers or water bowl or whatever, you go 3 times around the stupa with your right hand towards the stupa. So we say padakunu karanawa or pradakshina karanawa. So earlier, in the Buddha's time actually, when someone gives you some advice, you take that advice, paying respect in a way like that, going around that person, maybe the teacher, maybe your parent, or maybe the Buddha, maybe a Bhante. That's how you show your respect. That's how the people did for the Supreme Buddha too. They go around the Supreme Buddha and leave. See the missing people. Next chance goes to, again, Chandil again.
Answer. The Buddha robed up, took his bowl and robe, and together with a large sangha of 1,000 monks, all previously dreadlocked ascetics, he entered Rajagaha.
He entered Rajagaha. So 1,000 monks, 1,003 maybe, and headed by the Supreme Buddha. They are coming to the palace of King Bimbisara for alms food. I like this picture a lot. You too? Amanda, your chance. This is a beautiful statue available in Sambuddha Raja Maligaon in Polgahawala in Sri Lanka about King Sakka. King Sakka has a conch shell. What is it called? Conch shell. Hakgediye in his hand, and his elephant is divine with 6 tusks. Yes, you're reading.
Just then, Sakka, the ruler of the gods, has transformed himself into a young Brahmin. He walked in front of the sangha of monks headed by the Buddha, chanting these verses.
Sadhu, sadhu. The Buddha is coming with Mahasangha to Rajagaha. Now Sakka, coming as a human, praises the Supreme Buddha in verse like this. Hiru.
Answer. The tamed one with the tamed ones, previously dreadlocked. The liberated one with the liberated ones, golden in color. The Buddha entered Rajagaha.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Buddha is actually golden. It's not like a mere word people say. It's not. Really, Buddha is real golden. And the good Sakka, as a human, he praises the Supreme Buddha. Tamed one, restrained one, and restraining others, he is coming. Previously dreadlocks, like previously ascetics. Now they are Arahant monks, coming to Velveno, coming to Rajagaha, out of compassion. Liberated one with liberated ones, everyone. So that was like super extraordinary, huh? The scene. This is how the god Sakka praises the Supreme Buddha and Mahasangha. Minupa, that's not only what he said. This too.
The freed one with the freed ones, previously dreadlocked. The liberated one with the liberated ones, golden in color. The Buddha entered Rajagaha.
Golden in color, the Buddha entered Rajagaha. This is not actually the Buddha enters to Rajagaha. It's a different picture, but I shared this with you to get an idea. Aga again.
The one gone beyond with the ones gone beyond, previously dreadlocked, the liberated one with the liberated ones, golden in color, the Buddha entered Rajagaha.
Sadhu, sadhu. How did you get this idea? The one gone beyond. What does that mean? Aga. What is beyond?
It's going beyond the death.
Going beyond the death. Perfect. Going beyond the samsara. Huh? Going beyond the world. Yes, going beyond. So the Buddha is gone beyond the samsara, beyond the ocean of samsara, beyond the death. Yes, perfect. Pasandu Rupasingha. How is your reading like that?
Answer.
So still, these verses were said by the Sakka as a layperson, praising the Supreme Buddha and the Arahant monks.
Answer. The peaceful one with the peaceful ones,
previously dreadlocked, the liberated one with the liberated ones, golden in color, the Buddha entered Rajagaha.
Buddha entered Rajagaha. Buddha entered Rajagaha. Tuvini, still he praises the Supreme Buddha.
He has 10 abiddings and 10 powers. He knows 10 truths and has 10 qualities. With the following of 10 times 100, the Buddha entered Rajagaha.
Okay, beautiful. 10 powers and 10 abidings, altogether 10 multiplied by 10, 1,000, 100, 10 times 100. The Buddha entered. This is how these praises. Inuli. This is Thakkar. This is not actually Thakkar's drawing. I got this from online.
People saw Sakka, and they said, "This young Brahmin is beautiful. He's handsome and graceful. Who is this young Brahmin?" And Sakka replied to them in verse.
Sadhu, sadhu. This is a nice, handsome man coming in the front, praising the Supreme Buddha is coming. The golden color Buddha is coming with Sangha. And people were like excited, and they were curious about this wonderful person who is praising the Supreme. But then the question, then he replies in a verse like this. Tehan, are you listening? Yeah. Tehan. Put it Tehan. T-H-E-H.
He who has great wisdom, tamed in every way, perfectly pure, peerless among men, the Buddha, the Arahant, the well-gone one, I am his servant.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. This picture, this statue, Pute, you can see in the shrine room of the stupa in Polgahar. Deva's pictures. They are worshipping the Supreme Buddha. It's a beautiful statue. There are a few statues of Devas there. So the person who was praising the Buddha and the Sangha says, he who has great wisdom, tamed in every way, perfectly pure, peerless among men, the Buddha, the Arahant, the well-gone one. Then who is he? He says, I am his servant. He doesn't say his name. He says, I am his servant. If you can say that, I am the servant of the Supreme Buddha, which is like you are a good disciple, that you were born from the heart of the Supreme Buddha. Your father, Buddha is my father. I am the servant. It's a beautiful expression. Even the Sakka. Sakka is the ruler of the heavenly world for the first and the second heavenly world. He's mighty, powerful, beautiful, and super luxurious. And he's peaceful, calm, kind, compassionate, all the good qualities he has, and actually attain the fruits of the path. The first one, the Sotapanna, stream entrant. He says, I am the servant of the Buddha. See? The real devas, real gods. Like that. Kemit.
The Buddha then went to King Bimbisara's house, where he sat down on the prepared seat, together with the Sangha of monks. Then the king personally served various kinds of fine food to the Sangha of monks, headed by the
Buddha. Yes, beautiful. So the King Bimbisara offers dana to the Supreme Buddha headed by. This picture is not about King Bimbisara. Who remembers? I shared this picture before too.
Yasa?
Yes, Yasabante. Yasabante became Arahant. And Yasa's father is offering this dana. With whose mother of Yasa?
Sujata Devi.
Sujata. Senani Sujata. Yes, good. Good people. Minupa's reading.
Emma Sanson. When the Buddha had finished his meal, the king sat down to one side and he thought, where will the Buddha stay that's neither too far from the village nor too close, that has good access roads, that's easily accessible for people who seek him, that has few people during the day and is quiet at night, that's free from chatter and offers solitude, that's away from human habitation and suitable for seclusion.
Yes, he is so happy to offer his royal park, Veluana. Velu, who knows the real word for Velu or Veluana? What is it? What is Velu?
Veluvanarame.
Veluvanarama. Velu is called for?
Bamboo, Bante.
Bamboo, yeah, bamboo. Vana is the grove or the forest. Bamboo grove, bamboo forest, forest monastery. Velu Vana Rama. Rama means the monastery. Arama, or the temple. Velu Vana Rama was offered by King Bimbisara to the Supreme Buddha.
So Swanatse, it's the Bamboo Grove Monastery.
Yeah, Bamboo Grove Monastery is called that too. Sevan.
And it occurred to him, my bamboo grove park, the yeah, has all these qualities. Let me give the park to the Sangha of monks headed by the Buddha.
Dimal.
Sorry, silence. I didn't hear any. The king then took hold of a golden ceremonial vessel and dedicated the park to the Buddha, saying, I give this park, the bamboo grove, to the Sangha of monks headed by the Buddha. Yeah, headed by the Buddha. The Buddha accepted the park.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. This is how he offers the bamboo grove to the Supreme Buddha. So ceremonial vessel, you saw that on the movie. It's like a kettle. So it's a ritual. If someone offers something, maybe a land or maybe a house or something to the Supreme Buddha or to the monastery or something, you pour water to the hand. That's how you symbolize your offering. That's what we learned today about King Bimbisara becomes a disciple of the Supreme Buddha with the people, 100. And all the people were fortunate to listen to the Dhamma of the Buddha and became Sotapanna. Wonderful people, lucky and fortunate. And then remember the 5 wishes that King Bimbisara had in his mind. First one, he wanted to become the king in the kingdom. The second, the Buddha should come to his kingdom and he should meet the Buddha. The third one, and he should listen to the Dhamma of the Supreme Buddha. The fourth, and he had that idea to understand the noble Dhamma of the Buddha. In this life, he fulfilled all these 5 wishes in his life. So that we learn. And then I want you to remember the series of these stories about the Buddha, his enlightenment, and Prince Yasa becomes Arahant, and 4 people came to the Supreme Buddha, the friends of Yasa, and next, and then Uruvela Kassapa, Nadi Kassapa, Gaya Kassapa, and then the series of these beautiful information, and then the beautiful suttas Buddha preached and everything. This is very clearly explained. Our teacher Bante, Pinot Loku Swaminansa in Acharya Manusa book, and you can read the English version too. the Buddha, the marvelous sage. And from this book, I talked about King Bimbisara today. We will meet with a nice episode next time too, to talk about Venerable Sariputta Arahant Bhante and Venerable Mahamoggallana Bhante. They come to the Supreme Buddha to become monk, they get enlightened, they become the chief disciples of the Supreme Buddha in our next episode.